Okay, we are starting. We have a new face. I'm going to officially introduce this guy as soon as I go live here. Yes, everything should be fine. We are live. Let me just refresh. Get the good to go. Good to go. I think we are on. All right. Yes, everything is fine.
Yeah.
Hello, guys.
Hello, everyone.
The thing you see on your screens is the village of a very secret and undisclosed account in the realm of Dominion Rush, and that means one thing, that the Dominion Rush tournament has officially started. Hello guys, glad that you could join us. We are officially launching the Dominion Rush, and I am officially launching a new life with a new guy here, as you can see.
Hello there.
This guy is going to be introduced, of course. Please state your name for the record.
When you said thing, I thought you were talking about me.
No. Yes, two things, but
never mind.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
bad expression.
Hi there, I'm Georgi. I'm a game designer at Imperia, and this is my first time here. So, yeah. What's up?
So yeah, what's up, guys? Give it up for Georgi. Can I call you George?
George, Gogo, whatever.
Gogo, or the epic bird.
Or Ragnar. You know,
Ragnar, the epic blue bird. Next time you should paint your bird blue.
Maybe not.
We will smash them. I can guarantee you. No, maybe no.
It will be authentic medieval.
Yes,
Yeah.
you guys are probably wondering why this guy is here. In fact, I'm going to ask him what in the world's name are you doing here, by the way? Why do you think that you should be in my show?
I don't know, to be honest. I think they dragged me here out of my will. No. Well, I basically just have like insight on the tournament because I developed it with the guys. So I was just thinking about the design rules and stuff like that. So I guess I can give you some insider tips and tricks and info on the stuff we did.
And you think that this will make you important?
I don't know. I don't think I'm important. I'm just here for flavor.
Oh, a modesty shall take you far away. Okay, George.
Yes.
The tournament has started. What can we start with? In fact, let me just see my notes, because I'm an old man, you know, and I definitely need my notes.
I guess
here.
we can just open the rules and
start off. We can just open the rules because there is a very important development about those rules. You can say a last minute decision.
Yeah.
And by the way, before we get to the rules, I'm going to ask you guys, if you have any questions at all kinds of questions, you can ask us anything. I have an expert here. This guy is an expert. He developed everything for this tournament. You can hate him.
Not everything, but
yeah, I know you what you are going to say. You can ask us everything. You can ask him everything. You can flame him, hate him, and the usual stuff. You know how it is.
Yeah.
By the way, so we are immediately starting. Before we go with the show, we are immediately starting with the last minute added rule, which is this. So nomad attacks will not grant gold from supply train. I mean, come on, George.
It sounds a bit evil, but it's not. It makes sense.
It sounds that we are cheap.
It makes sense.
We make. This is horrible. I mean, you know how people love nomads because of their supply trains. They even compare down to the 1/1,000,000th of the gold when they calculate how much will they gain?
Yeah, it does sound a bit silly, but in the grand context of things, it actually makes a lot of sense.
How come?
It's a very different tournament because it's 10 people in one alliance. There's a lot of attacks coming in. There's barbarian attacks coming in very fast. You're gonna see from the roof. So if there was Go train as well, it would have been a bit overwhelming. I think it would have been a bit too much. And there's other aspects that also counterbalance that, so you gain more income from other parts. I guess we can see them after we start going down the list.
Yes, we're going down the list. Yes, yeah. but I still don't have an answer to my question. I mean, I want my supply train. People just say it, people. Just say it in the chat. We want our supply train. Yeah. It's evil, and it makes sense, but...
Let's just say that the focus is more on gaining stuff from owning castles, and not from defeating barbarians. Because the actual idea of the tournament is more focused on the castle aspect.
Okay, in layman's terms, because I'm a lamer, let's say it, I have to ask this question. A lot of people, you know, that build their economies based on supply trains from nomads, especially if they come every 2 hours. How will this change their lives?
So this is basically counteracted with the fact that when you own a castle, the influence you have from the castle gives you bonus stuff. And this bonus is increased now 4 times. So this is one thing that boosts this. Also, you start off with a lot of stuff in comparison to before. So you have a better start in the economy. You can develop more.
Yes, basically. The jump start. We can see it here, by the way.
Exactly. You start with 1 million resources. You start with additional developments on your province. Everything is just faster. The speed is by 10. The army movement speed is also not reduced to the Beastmaster speed, so it's
this is very important to say it, that the army movement speed is also multiplied by 10. So you guys will not have any excuse from such as well, my allies are very far, how can I blah blah blah. No, at least we thought about this. We deprived you from the supply train, but we made a lot of additional stuff to balance this. So George here says that this is a balance issues, and I believe him.
The question is, with me.
The question is, do you guys believe?
I guess we're gonna see what the tournament as it develops, because stuff like that you would see it in a week's time. It's definitely a different strategy overall, as you saw from the previous nomads as well. It's not only about developing net points. It's really strategic, this one. There's a lot of things you need to think about more, and it's more teamwork because it's only 10 people per alliance. So there would be different roles for each people that would be very specific. You wouldn't have, or normally you would have 10 officers in an alliance.
Yeah, speaking about the 10-man alliance. What kind of person does put 10 players in an alliance and forces them to torture themselves for 23 days, having to defend castles from both enemy alliances, nomads, wolves, dragons, bears, everything? I mean,
an ambitious man.
What kind of? How do you live with yourself?
I try.
Yeah.
No, it's
why 10-man alliances?
It's 10-man because it adds a lot more strategic elements to the game. With 50 people, you would always have some people that are not active in an alliance. If you've played Olympic games, you know that not everyone is active all the time. People go out of alliances, go back into other alliances. There's a lot of mixing. I think that when you have 10-man alliances, first of all, people would be more, not connected, but they would be more acting together as a unit. So you would really know the people you play with, and you would have some more personal investment into it, and you wouldn't go another alliance is just to backstab someone else. No, I think
Of course,
yeah,
it's part of the
I mean,
game.
it's part of the game,
Yeah,
but I think
yeah.
it's less of a part of the game in this tournament in specific.
Yeah. By the way, will you suggest now to people, if they didn't do it, to take vacations, days off, send off
I mean-
their relatives, their mothers,
It
go in
depends-
sick?
Depends how involved you want to be, I guess, and what type of person you are as a player. But I wouldn't recommend you neglect everything for the tournament. Have a wife, of course. Don't.
No,
don't
don't have, don't listen to this guy. He's too good. He's
Yeah.
just like Dion. Oh my god. Yeah, have
Seriously, guys, don't go crazy. Like
Play
you
the
can
game,
Go crazy, but
go crazy. Don't listen to
Yeah.
him. Don't listen. Okay, so how should players start?
I guess. Well, the first thing is just to start off and find an alliance. I don't know if we can see already if there are some formed alliances right now. If you go on this, if you click on it, yeah,
No.
it hasn't refreshed yet.
Yeah.
It should soon enough. But the first thing is just to, I guess, check out the global map, see where you are in relation to other people. If you know someone, contact them, see if you can arrange something, or even if you're far apart, you might want to split on the map. You never know.
Yeah, you
Uh,
think that they already
I think so.
hadn't done that?
Yeah. Well, I guess they already have. Yeah.
Those are high. Well, I mean, everyone is a good player since
Yeah.
they play our game. But I think that most of the alliances which we will see in the top ranking have already been formed.
Yeah. That's true. I think that
Yeah.
in general, like the starting first minutes would be pretty normal, but obviously the difference is that the castles are already out there, so it's a bit of a mad rush. I guess if you're playing right now, I can imagine it's a lot of tension
Yeah.
to be the first person that takes a castle, even though stuff will balance out in the first day or two.
Yeah.
We might see surprising things in the first few hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a while. I beg to differ, by the way. Okay, so speaking of surprising things, nomad attacks every 2 hours?
Every 2 hours, yeah.
Seriously?
Progressive difficulty.
Why the hell?
Well, if you go to the rules, I think we can explain this very well. So, the most important thing we added right now is the addition of a new module, Allegiance.
Yeah.
So, right now,
Yeah.
in order to successfully take an enemy castle, you don't need to attack their, bring their fortress down to level 1.
Okay.
You actually need to take away from their points, from their legion points.
Okay.
And these legions points, every 12 minutes, you gain points.
Yeah.
So basically, this means that through this allegiance stat, you can use the nomads as strategic elements.
Okay.
Because if a nomad attack takes your castle away, you take all the points for you.
Oh yeah.
But if an enemy takes it,
it's bad news.
it stays in the castle itself.
It's shame.
So the actual 2-hour window of opportunity is very useful because you can easily choose when you want to give away your castle to the nomads, because you can get your points. If the attacks were every 10 hours, then it would be very difficult for you to gain any points, and everything would go to the enemy.
Thank you.
You know.
Thank you. That was the explanation I was waiting for, because I was like, oh my god. You know what I think?
What do you think?
Yeah. When I first read the rules, I was like, oh my god, 2 hours. I know why they do it. Because first of all, my first thought was if you want the nomad army to really become ridiculously strong, so you cannot defend the castle indefinitely, you will make the intervals between the attacks shorter. So the nomad army would grow stronger. But of course there is a second layer which you cleared, for which I thank you, is that this is very important strategic element for your gameplay.
Yeah.
Because when the nomads come, well, they will eventually come. But when you see the enemies, and when you consider that you could be attacked by a random amount of alliances,
even because there were 10 people as well, there are more alliances. There's more opportunity.
It's better that the nomads will attack you in shorter intervals, so you can save some of those precious defense points.
Absolutely. And there's also the other aspect that now that there are alliances with 10 people, a lot of them might work together to dethrone one alliance that's ruling a lot of castles. Because it's in their interest, basically. It's more alliances with less people, and it would be a very important thing later on, I think.
I wanted to mention something that we are kind of missing here, and those are the adjustments in the military medicine research bonuses, the field healer, and etc. Also, the 50% attacker and the 40% defender. Those are, I think that those are some very important adjustments in the rules. What do they tell us exactly?
They basically tell you that you're defended more for defensive. You're rewarded more for defensive play, and less for attacking. Because originally, how it works right now is that it's based on winners and defeated parties. So it really depended on that, and right now it's more like this nerf, basically 0.5% per level for this is counterbalanced with the fact that you gain 15% when you attack and 40% recovery when you defend. So you would obviously, if you put a lot of resources in the research, you would be able to gain 100%, but that's very difficult if you're an attacker. It's very difficult.
If the way I see it is that when 10 alliances gather to make you like the players like to call it a train. When they come in a train, you will have some kind of edge over them, because you will be able to recover a lot more military units than them, and that will probably help you survive, let's say, until the 7th consecutive
I don't know about that.
Because before you are smashed into pieces.
I mean, 25% is a lot of a difference. And the more you put points in the research, the more effective it is for you as a defender as well. Because it would be very easy for you to gain 50%, 60%, even 70% recovery when you defend, and that's really crucial because every 2 hours, nomads attacks. People can, as you said, just spam you constantly from other alliances. It needed to be done,
and they will. And they will.
Oh yeah. There are 36 castles, but there are a lot of alliances. So.
Oh yeah. Let's just speaking about a lot of alliances. Let's do some math. Let's see, 6,680. Those are 600 and let's say 60 alliances. Ideally.
That's a lot of alliances.
That's a lot of alliances.
I mean, it's possible that some people might not want to play with 10 people.
Oh that brings me to to some very interesting questions. Let's see if there are some. Okay.
Diane is like.
Diane is crying. Mitko, why are you cheating? I wasn't enough for you.
What can you say about
I'm sorry, Diane. Yes, my heart is bleeding right now. You can be sure of that. I didn't make this decision lightly, but sometimes you, as Yoda says in Star Wars, you have to learn to let go of the things you love most.
Is this how exactly he said it?
Yeah. So, well, he said it.
It's paraphrased.
Maybe some paraphrased, but this is the way to the wisdom in life. Yeah, it pains me, but I had to do it. Don't worry, there is still place in my heart for you, but it's just the way it is. Yeah. So, George, after this romantic breakup,
detour,
romantic detour, let's continue with the important stuff, because everyone is talking about these 500 million people you can put in an alliance holding. I mean,
it sounds a lot. It is a lot.
Are we overcompensating something?
What I can say is that we want stuff to be goddamn epic. You know?
Yeah, goddamn epic. Yeah, that's a good choice of words.
So that's my explanation for that.
So goddamn epic battles.
Big numbers,
yes,
better.
big numbers.
No, but jokes aside, it's we really wanted to give players like no limit as to what their battles can be, because nomads can grow. If you defend very successfully, nomads will grow very fast as well. And late game, you will be able to gain a lot of numbers. I don't think we are expecting people to reach these numbers. They are definitely put as a very high milestone, as a very high limit. But we just wanted there to be some limit, just in case,
You contemplating the possibility that there could be someone who could make such an army?
With 10 people alliances, I don't think it's possible. But the number is there just to show you basically that we want the battles to be possible, to be very big.
You do realize that this is when you put a number, a figure, something, it becomes some kind of red light for the people who want to break your game. And they will be like, 500 million soldiers we should definitely try to unlock this achievement.
That's part of the thing as well, psychology. Just tease people with something, even if it's not possible. It makes you play more and gain more. And,
that's the other way to look at it.
But it's just a really big number that we put as limit. We increased the limit just so we wanted battles to be more significant.
So guys, we dare you to go above this number, by the way. If you can, break our game. We will be extremely happy. Let's see if you can do it, by the way.
These 2 points underneath are very important as well.
Yeah.
The price and building time of Great Temple was reduced by 4 times.
Yeah.
So this is basically the structure that gains you influence.
Very, very, very fast. Yes, you will gain influence very fast.
And the positives and negatives are also increased 4 times. The price of the building is also reduced because 10 people alliances.
Yeah.
So with 10 people, you wouldn't be able to invest so much in researches to begin with.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit of a balance in there. And also, I guess in general, all the other researches as well for the alliance will be a bit slower. So it will be interesting to see what happens with the spying.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't be able to gain very high levels of spies. I mean, it would be generally equal playing ground because everyone's 10 people, but it would be a different dynamic, I think, in the tournaments in general.
I'm continuing to get a lot of hate and flame because of you. See what people. It looks like everyone in this office speaks better English than Mitko.
I think chat is against you today.
Yeah, the chat is. You should listen to this guy. and his English, by the way.
My smooth voice.
No. His his English. Yeah, talking about
his English is good, isn't it?
Well, after the show, I will take you to him, and
Okay.
I will ask him to speak in
Okay.
English with you, and we will see how he will fare. By the way, so George, another very important thing I wanted to ask you: what kind of advice would you give to an alliance leader at the start of this tournament?
That's a tough one because it's something we haven't.
I'm asking this question because this guy has only 9 people to to work with. Yeah.
I think it's.
How tough will his job be?
Just to realize it's different. You would have to be more involved. You would have to find people that are willing to be active, even if it doesn't mean they're online for 24 hours a day. It would mean that you would have to distribute very specific roles. So you wouldn't want everyone to just build an army. I think it would be useful for you to have some people that are really economically driven and that they just fuel in resources, because the research you have for actually, if you go to the rules over here, you can see that there's a new research introduced. If you scroll up a little more,
the Conqueror.
Here, the Conqueror. Yeah. So that's another research you can do, which is basically when it controls 2 things. One thing, it controls whenever you take another alliance, the starting points you put into this castle, the new castle you get. It's more and more the more you have in your Conquer research. And also, the more you have in your Conquer research, the more you... wait, let me remind myself. The more points you gain from the enemy attacks, and the more points you put into your castle. So that's another research you need to put money into. And without any gold from the nomad attacks coming into your castle, it's very important that you realize that some alliance members might need to be more economically driven than others. You might want to have someone that's playing as a barbarian doing army training 24/7.
Yeah.
But you might want to have someone that's feudal, for example, and just spams all the mines with everything they can do.
Yeah.
You know? It's. I think it's very important to recognize that people really need to have different roles, and it's not a case of just pick one government and that's it. You know, you gotta branch out.
Which is more important in this rule set? The economy or the military, or both are equally important?
You can't have military without economy, and vice versa. Well, not really, but you can't have military without economy.
But you need military in order to defend.
Yeah. It's as I said, it would be very important to keep up with the researches and stuff like that. And also, it would be interesting to see, for example, when you go in Imperia and you see the actual rankings.
Yeah.
You can see what government type someone chooses.
Yeah.
So when you decide to attack some other alliance, you might want to see that someone's an imperialist or a monarch or a barbarian. Think about what they have, and think about which person from which alliance you want to focus.
Yeah.
If you have a top alliance and you want to focus their economically driven players, you might want to focus their feudals or imperialists.
Yeah.
It depends what you want to do in the counteracting part.
Yeah. So basically, you need a versatile and flexible people who will be able to adjust their gameplay on the whim.
It really sense what their alliances are doing, because it's only 10 people per alliance. So you can really judge what tactic they're going for.
Yeah.
Easily.
So, okay, we know what the leaders will have to do. What kind of meta could we expect? Some very interesting things are coming to my mind, besides the usual shenanigans, backstabbing, betrayals. We are sure that we will have plenty of this. I'm thinking about secondary alliances supporting the main ones, troll alliances whose purpose will only be to mess and make other alliances lives miserable.
Yeah.
Solo players without alliances.
Solo players, it will be difficult.
Rogue
I mean,
nations.
if you have the timing, it's possible.
Yeah.
Because you know, if you want to take the castle from another alliance, you need to put down their legions. You need to put down their points to 0, basically.
Yeah.
So, if your timing is really good, and if you figure out that a bunch of, let's say 10 alliances attack one castle,
Yeah.
and then you're the 11th one that just takes it, you know,
You're,
it's possible.
You're just the one who's sneaking and he's waiting for. So can we really, realistically expect solo players without alliances?
No, I don't think.
Can they survive? Can they thrive in these
No, they can't. If you want to be competitive, this is a alliance-centric tournament, so it's not possible. I don't think. You can play with one person in alliance, just for the fun of it, for some shenanigans, but
because they try it.
Yeah.
No matter how many times we tell them this is a team tournament, they keep trying.
No, even in the Olympics, no, it's not. It's not going to be something that's worthwhile in this tournament. I don't think. You really want to pick an alliance, even if it's not 10 people. I mean, I think it's going to be more of a case that we're going to see a lot of alliances with less than 10.
Yeah.
The top alliances should be with 10 people, but I think it's more important to have a cohesive team than a big team in this case.
And with this cohesive team, let's talk about Castle Rush. How viable these tactics?
It is.
This tactic is, especially in a 10-man alliance rule set. Can we expect a massive alliance rush? Let's say in the first 2-3 days.
By alliance rush, you mean just a lot of alliances figuring out?
Yes, fast alliance. The getting alliance as soon as possible. How soon could we expect? Or can they make it faster than we expect? I mean, can you possibly make an alliance a rush to an alliance with a 10-man?
Yeah,
castle with 10-man alliance, and how fast can you do it? Can you do it fast enough so you can get ahead of your competition?
I think the first, like the fastest. I'm not sure what the fastest time is for actually making an alliance right now in this specific case.
Yeah.
But I think that even if you do rush it, more prepared alliances will be able to take your castle afterwards. It's the first few hours would be more of finding your rhythm in the game.
Oh, you're talking about hours? I was thinking more of they will probably need several days to get their bearings.
I don't think so. No.
So we can expect.
But it's gonna be very fast.
We can expect in the next 24 hours to have conquered castles.
I don't know, possibly, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know.
It would be nice.
By 10 speed as well. And one thing we're forgetting to mention is that the governments are crazy.
Yeah.
They are crazy right now. I think you can actually go and check them out. Can you see them over here? Or do we need to do the centralization thing? Yeah, we can see the bonuses and negatives for each and every one of them. And the alliances are basically just... They're basically just... most of their stats are double the minus in forces.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And that means faster development as well.
Yeah.
And faster penalties as well, and you would really feel the negatives and the bonuses of each alliance. Basically, with most stats that made sense, we decided to increase them or decrease them the way we thought it would be, without changing the mindset of the alliance, but also giving them more impact on what you do.
Yeah.
So just check out the monarchy. I mean,
I'm just seeing
40 morale points in attack.
Oh yeah.
Just think about that.
Yeah.
It's a bit crazy, isn't it?
Sounds nice.
Yeah, it is.
Sounds like a carnage.
10 levels espionage.
Yeah. by the way.
It
sounds like good rules for massive carnage and total beating the crap out of enemies.
And again, it balances out the stuff. You have 10 people or alliances, you don't have any gold from the barbarians, but you have the increase in influence from the castles, and you have the governments.
Yeah.
Almost like double the bonuses they had originally. So it's not something we've done before. It's going to be interesting to see. We think it's going to work very nicely.
Because we love to experiment and troll the players. Yeah.
Well,
I know.
The part of the tournaments I think the most fun is that each tournament has a different mentality you need to play with.
Yeah.
And this is something you players haven't experienced before. I mean, castles are something that you play in the final days of an era.
Yeah.
If you play for the whole duration, what's going to happen?
Yeah. We will wait and see. By the way, that's a good one. Well, we probably covered most of the interesting stuff. I mean, a lot of the interesting stuff. The only thing left for me to ask you is, how do you imagine the first day of this tournament for each player?
I think
the most important moves you should take. Let's say, okay, we covered the leaders, but besides, okay, I'm the common grunt in the alliance. I have to listen to my leaders, and basically, what do I have to do? What are my priorities?
Thinking of other tournaments like the Olympics, for example, the first day or two are kind of calm because you're kind of treading unknown ground. You're talking with your alliance. I think the most important thing right now in the beginning would be to chat with the people in your alliance, figure out what each person needs to focus on, and go from there from the beginning.
Yeah.
Just focus on that. And just think of general development at the beginning, just province development. I don't think it's necessary to rush into it very fast. I think you gotta gain strength in the beginning and then push out for the castles. That's my opinion. That's how I would tackle it. But I don't know.
Yeah, because you're a careful guy. You are a smart guy. But I am not, and I implore you guys, just go for castles, kill each other, and again, don't listen to George.
That's the thing. Like a lot of people might think that this is a very tense tournament, which requires so much effort and so much careful consideration, but
you have to distribute your stamina, your strength also.
If you're in a good alliance, you can always take roles. You can take charge from something else. Someone can be active in some hours. Someone can be active in their hours. It's.
I think that's one of the most important stuff you have to figure out in the start. Who will take which watch?
Take shifts.
Take shifts.
Night watch on the wall. For the nomads, every 2 hours,
it will be,
the White Walkers are coming.
It will be tense. I mean, come on. How more hardcore could it be?
It could be.
The next step is probably
wait.
The next step is probably we will not allow them to make any alliances. It will be free for all. No alliances, just people fighting each other.
Yeah, but I guess that's the difference, compared to the nomads. Nomads is very This is really.
And there, no matter how smart our system is, by the way, always trust the system, guys. You fight against NPCs, against AI, which is no matter that is programmed by smart guys or trolls. in our company, it's a system. Here, you have, besides the nomads, you have everyone else and their mother wishing to have your castle.
I mean, the nomads you're gonna figure out after a few waves.
Yeah, you get the general trend of their increase.
So that's a controllable element
you can calculate, but you can predict. But here, I mean, how can you predict who with whom is friends, how many people will come to attack you.
Yeah, you can't. That's part of the fun.
Yeah, that's part of the fun. Yeah,
you want to be proud that you got a medal in the end.
It will be very, indeed, it will be very fun.
Yeah. Maybe
Fun.
you should show
Okay.
the medals as well.
Yeah. So Dumi Sekrier. Hi Dumi. By the way,
Hello there.
yeah, some people actually wrote. Some hooligans will be here.
Nice.
Say
nice.
hi to Mitko. Yes. Hi Dumi. Hi guys. Glad you could join us. I think that they are late because they wanted to see what's going on in the tournament and talk
Not
to
blaming them.
talk to each other. Hooligans will be here at Dominion Rush. We glad that hooligans will be here at Dominion Rush. I think all the big guys will be here.
Actually, you know what? My grandfather, I think, played with hooligans because I addicted him to Imperia wine.
Seriously?
Yeah, and he was a bit crazy for a few weeks.
Really?
Yeah, but
really?
now he is on a break, on a vacation. Yeah.
You should have told him about this tournament. You should say, grandfather, we are going to experiment with you guys.
He's saving his funds for the next one and his time and effort.
Yeah. So, well, George, I think we are ahead of very interesting tournament.
Yeah, maybe we can show the medals and rewards.
Yeah. Again, we showed them last time, but we will show them again. By those pretty squares and this one particular, the broken horn, which for some reason Dion liked very much. I don't know why.
Yeah, because you defeated some barbarians and they don't
yes,
have
and you broke a horn from their helmets for a trophy. How is this guy with me, Dumi? Well,
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, he's fine. He's smart. He talks a lot, by the way. Well, he's no different in that matter from Dian. He knows his ways around, and I think that we're gonna make a good team. George?
Yeah, maybe we should play in the
next time.
Rush.
Bert, blue?
No.
Just do it.
It's fine.
Trust me.
It's fine.
Trust me. Yeah. we are running some serious stream here.
It's not authentic to the era in Imperial wine.
We need blue beards.
Yeah, maybe red beard.
Red beard, yes,
yes. Yeah.
Red is also a good color.
Like
by the way.
Guy from Game of Thrones.
So yeah, Dumi says, "Welcome to Imperia. Imperia is a drug."
It is.
Yes, it is. Especially when you make this kind of tournaments.
It can be a drug, yes.
It can be a drug.
A healthy drug.
So, guys, me and George here wish you good luck in Dominion Rush, the newest, the most brutal and very interesting tournament in our agenda. Let's see how will you fare. Let's see if George's prediction for the first 24 hours will come true.
Probably not.
Probably yes, you should be more confident in your powers, by the way. Dian predicts all kinds of stuff here, and then he brags and he's like, see, people are listening to me, I'm so epic, etc, etc, etc. Dumi, I hope this tournament I get an interview. Well, Dumi, I don't know, you know the rules. You have to earn a medal, because we interview only beautiful people, guys with epic beards and stars.
Medal owners.
Yes, and medal honors. So do your best, Dumi. As well as everyone else in this tournament. Good luck, guys, once again. We'll see each other pretty soon. In the meantime, kill each other, get castles, show no mercy, and
show finesse.
And show finesse, yes, and play with honor or without honor.
Yeah.
It will be fun both ways.
Just have fun. That's
yes.
Yeah.
See you guys next time.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, George, I think it was.
I think it was. well.
Yeah, I think it went pretty well, by the way, and we will definitely do it again.